Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I am your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, usually I don't do, again, back-to-back streams, but hey, my schedule today will make it work out, so we're going to try to see if we can fire off at least one small stream before I take off and take care of my adult things I got to do today. So, what exactly are we going to be playing today on stream? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it right now and show you exactly what we're going to be playing today. All right, so as you guys are coming on in again, we'll kind of go over how we usually do it here. First, we'll talk about the stats of the deck. We'll go over every single card as fast as we can because this is a Brawl deck, so it usually takes a little while for me to get through, and then we'll play as many matches as we can in the Brawl format itself. After we get to the halfway point of the stream, we'll upgrade the deck to show you how exactly you can take it to the next level if you really like what we're playing today. I see also, oh, there's a quick little first here. First, from Terrania, Lord AJ. I didn't see her pop up until right now. Hello, my fire friend. Good evening, or I should say good morning, or good afternoon. I don't know. All of you, everybody that comes in at different times, so I still appreciate you being here today. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Otherwise, where are we at here? Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead. Let's get started actually with our deck tech itself. So this is Yue Affinity, everybody, in the Brawl format. A budget deck. It's mono blue, and it's going to be, well, actually, I realize now, is this the third or fourth in the past like couple months that I've actually done that's a it's a mono blue affinity deck? You know what? Every time we play mono blue and Brawl, I always end up making it an affinity deck. Go figure. You know what? I like artifacts. You know what? It's my channel. We're rocking it just the same. In any case here, let's go over to the stats of the deck. Because longtime viewers of the channel know how we do it, we have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, Yue Affinity here, a mono blue deck, has an average mana curve about 3.0. We're looking at a curve about 22 creatures total in the deck, 18 instants, 1 sorcery, 27 artifacts, and we'll be rocking 6 enchantments and 37 lands. So, the whole deck is going to be focused on Yue, the Moon Spirit here. So this is, can I say real quick right now, this is a beautiful art though. It's really, really nice. Actually, hopefully I can get the alt art one. If you haven't seen the alt art one, it's also pretty nice too. I got to get a copy of this at some point. It's a pretty cool card here, and the whole reason why we're doing this deck in the first place. So Yue, the Moon Spirit here. 4 mana, 3/3, legendary creature, spirit ally. It has a flying and it has vigilance and has water bending 5. And then you tap that with water bending to then cast a non-creature spell from your hand for free. So that's the whole point of the deck. We want to be able to cast things for free by cheating it in with Yue the Moon Spirit. So for those that don't know water bending, because we actually didn't play a real water bending deck. I made kind of a pseudo one, but it didn't really, let's be real, it wasn't really a water bending deck. It was just a lesson deck in mono blue. I know we've already done in various deck techs already fire bending, we've done earth bending, and we've done air bending. So water bending was kind of the one I missed because, I don't know, the mechanic didn't feel that good. However, with Yue here leading this deck, this feels a lot better. From the main reason, again, if you don't remember, water bending means you can tap creatures and artifacts, so kind of like Convoke, in order to pay the costs. So I figured it naturally means that Yue will be great here with a ton of cheap artifacts that can get onto the field ASAP. So once we get Yue out, we're hopefully going to start cheating out big things for absolutely next to nothing, and hopefully we can just go off there and just beat down our opponent. So that's the whole game plan, everybody. So to start off, let's go over the 0 and 1 drops here. So we, of course, are going to have some free spells here, like Mishra's Bauble. Sacrifice it to then take a peek at either player's library, ours, or our opponent's, and then draw a card at the beginning of our next end step. Another free artifact here, an Ornithopter. Doesn't really do anything on its own, but it helps kick up the cost to make Yue's ability go off faster. Ether Spell Bomb here in the 1-drop slot. You can use it to either sacrifice it to draw a card or bounce back a creature to an opponent's hand. We have an offer you can't refuse here, so at instant speed, you counter a non-creature spell. However, the controller gets 2 treasure tokens. There's going to be some instances where actually you want to counter your own spell to make those 2 extra treasures to kind of give you a bit of pseudo-ramping. It works perfectly, though, with Yue and her ability. You also have a null to counter an artifact or enchantment spells. We have Miscast here to counter instant or sorcery spells. Octopus form here just gives one of our creatures +1/+1 and hexproof until end of turn, and you get to untap it. So in some instances, that actually might work out really well with Yue here, just to kind of trigger off her ability an extra time. Speaking of triggering off abilities here, we have Omen Hawker here. So an Octopus Advisor, it also allows it to tap for 2 mana. However, you can only spend that to activate abilities, but that's actually perfect for us in Yue here, and a couple other cards that also want that extra mana. Rapid Hybridization here, one of the few off-color spot removal cards that blue gets access to, but works perfectly for our deck, because we are also running a little bit low on ways of dealing with opponent's creatures. We'll have Slip Out the Back here, getting a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and then it phases out. So for instance, we have to deal with maybe like Mass Wraths, Mass Exile effects. This can protect Yue or whatever we need to make sure it doesn't get destroyed completely. For countering our opponent's commanders here, we have Wash Away here. Counter a spell for 1 mana, unless if you pay the cleave cost. Then at that point, then it's 3 mana. Witness Protection. So for our deck, if you have already noticed, since we're mono blue, we're again a little bit low on spot removal, at least proper spot removal. So our best option, if we can't counterspell, and if we have already burned up our rapid hybridization, we'll use Witness Protection here. Put this aura onto a creature and it loses all abilities and ends up becoming nothing more than a citizen creature token. That's a 1/1. So this can kind of lock out certain cards that we don't want to deal with. Retrofitter Foundry here will help us again just up our artifact count here, because we can use this to make some artifacts, servos, thopters, or constructs, depending on again what we have on the field to sacrifice for it. Disdainful Stroke going into the drop slot here can counter a spell with a mana value of 4 or greater. We have Diversion Unit here. We can sacrifice this to counter an instant or sorcery spell, but also it is a artifact creature, so it works perfectly for our deck. Divert Disaster here, counter a spell unless a controller pays 2. If they do, they get to create a Lander token. The Lander token can help us with a pseudo bit of ramping here, but also it is an artifact which does work with Yue. Eaten by Piranhas here just does the same thing as Witness Protection, but does it at instant speed and also for 2 mana. So then enchanted to a creature, loses all abilities, and ends up becoming nothing more than a 1/1 Black Skeleton. Make Disappear here. We will have some tokens we will be able to sacrifice later on, but until we get to that point, we can just use this as a simple counter spell. We're also going to utilize here for extra counter spells, Mana Leak and Negate, and we'll also throw in Waterbending Scroll here. You could draw a card with this, but the ability will get cheaper and cheaper for each island we control, so this will get more value as the game progresses. Wild Rose Rebellion here / Counterspell proper. So again, more counterspells for the deck to make sure we can protect our game plan. Long Reverse Pull here. Use this again to counter a creature spell, but if you gift them a card, you can just counter a spell properly. We'll need some mana rocks to up Yue's ability here, so we'll use cards like Cold Steel Heart. We'll have Ichor Wellspring here to draw a card, and if it leaves the battlefield, we can draw another card. We have Mindstone here for extra mana rocks. Same with also Ornithopter Paradise here, and Swiftfoot Boots will be added to Yue or any of our other key creatures to make sure they have hexproof and haste to protect our game plan. Going into the 3-drop slot here, we'll need a couple more artifacts and creatures, so we're going to use Aviation Pioneer here. When it enters, you create a Thopter token. Forensic Gadgeteer here is also a great one. Velkanin Artificer Detective, 2/3. When you cast an artifact spell, you get to investigate. So this can help us again create some clue tokens that we can use to sacrifice and draw more cards. If you don't use the clue tokens that way, again, it works perfectly with Yue because we want to up our artifact count ASAP to start casting stuff for free. Hydroelectric Specimen here can either be a land in a pinch or just simply use it as a flash spell to kind of redirect a target spell that's an instant or sorcery to the weird itself. Now, of course, it wouldn't be Yue without some slight touch of flavor here, so we throw in Imprisoned in the Moon. So this is an aura here where you could enchant a creature, land, or planeswalker. It will become a colorless land and loses all abilities except for tapping for 1 colorless mana. So this can be good for us, again, to lock out certain things. And again, because Yue is the moon spirit herself, I figured we had to throw it in here just because, why not? Invasion Submersible here, 2 mana vehicle, 0/0. When it enters, bounce back a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, but with the Exhaust ability and Waterbending 3, you can then turn this into a 3/3 artifact creature token, or I'm sorry, not a token, but actually an artifact creature that's a vehicle. Katara Bending Prodigy here. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a +1/+1 counter on her, and she can also Waterbend for 6, which is a little expensive, but it does technically work. You could use that to simply draw a card. Midnight Clock here, perfect mana rock for our deck here. It taps for blue, and then for 3 additional, put an hour counter on this. At the beginning of each upkeep, put another counter on it. If it hits 12 counters, you then shuffle your hand and your graveyard into your library and draw 7 new cards. So this can kind of help us reset the clock, especially against mill decks out there, to help us just make sure we can just keep our game plan going. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker here, just a simple Moonfolk Wizard. If you tap it, you just scry 1. Nothing fancy here, but again, just provides for us, again, good value. We will, of course, get some extra value here with Sai, Master Thopterist. So this is actually one of our key pieces that we really want to get onto the game plan here. Anytime we cast an artifact spell, create a Thopter token. You can sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. Not too often you're going to draw cards that way, but we want to make sure we can churn out these tokens to make sure Yue can keep doing her abilities. To help her out, we'll also utilize here from Avatar, the Mechanist, Aerial Artisan here. Also a 3 mana, 1/3 Human Artificer Ally. Anytime you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. So this will help us, again, update and get us more and more artifacts we can use for whatever we need to. Its secondary ability, again, is not seen too often, but it can be helpful for us. Until end of turn, an artifact token you control becomes a 3/1 construct creature with flying. So that's actually pretty sweet for us overall. Celindy Visions here just helps us dig 6 cards deep to pull out an instant or sorcery, or at the very least, just make it a tap land. Unstoppable Plan here can be very, very powerful for our deck here. At the beginning of your end step, you untap all non-land permanents you control. Wow, that's actually pretty strong for our deck, because once we tap things down with Yue, we can then reset her and our artifacts and then use her ability again and again for each turn. So that's actually pretty sweet for us for value. Sink into Stupor here can then bounce back a spell or a non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So kind of like not a counter spell, but a counter spell, if you will. What I mean by that is by bouncing away a spell on the stack, that could sometimes be the difference between just dealing with something on the field, or just, again, bringing the tempo play you're going to need to make sure you can keep your game plan going. If nothing else, it's just simply a land. You find the villains there, one of my favorite cards here, just a simple 3-mana counterspell, or just use it to then draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Bender's Water Skin here, you can then use this as a simple mana rock, or at the beginning of each other player's untap step, you can untap this artifact to get even more value out of it. Heraldic Banner here, we're not really big on creatures, but in case we do get some blue creatures here and there, this can again just up our count by giving our creatures an extra +1/+0 pump, and also it just is a good mana dork. With Inspiring Sanctuary here, non-artifact spells you cast have Improvise. So for all of our stuff that doesn't technically mesh with the artifact plan, this can then give them Improvise here that allows us to then tap our artifacts to cast bigger spells and make it even easier to get our game plan going. Going into the 4-drop slot, we'll have Aetherize here. Anytime we have opponents that are going super wide with their attacks, we could bounce back all of their attacking creatures to their hand. If they have a lot of tokens, this will be a really rough, hard counterspell. Or I should not say, well, I guess not counterspell. I mean to say a kind of like a mono blue wrath. Sort of, but not really. But you get the idea. It just helps, again, just protect us against go-wide strategies. We have Filigreeth Attendant here, a simple little homunculus. It's an asterisk and 3 with flying. However, its power is equal to the number of artifacts we control, so it will get stronger and stronger as the game progresses. Max on RL15. Yo, hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us, by the way. We're going right now into the middle of the actual deck tech itself, but don't worry. If you're here for the magic action, we'll be getting going in just a few moments. Let's see if we can continue this up. Where are we at here? Okay. What's up? I'm doing great. Thanks again for asking there. And how are you doing? What's up with you, man? How you doing? Take your time to answer, by the way. And then where were we at here? Oh, yeah, that's right. So we got Warlord Rogue here. Human Rogue Artificer here. It enters. It's a 2/2. You get to create 2 Thopter tokens, which can be great for us to make any one of our creatures, if you tap artifacts, to make them unblockable. But honestly, this just helps us with our artifact count. Cosmo Elixir here. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting life total. Otherwise, you gain 2 life. The Scribe 1 ability technically was added on because this is also modified from the alchemy nerfs and buffs. But I guess in this instance, I guess we'll just take advantage of that just because. Hedron Archive here, a 4-mana rock, a little expensive, but again, it helps us with our artifact count, and you can use it to, again, ramp for 2 extra colorless mana. Max and RL here. You probably don't remember, but I once went onto your stream. I'm also doing good, thanks. Oh, how long ago was that, Max? I mean, I do apologize if I don't remember you from a while ago, but it just feels like, yeah, my brain sometimes gets so foggy with stuff. But again, sorry if I don't recall you from earlier in a previous stream, but I still appreciate you popping in just the same. So thanks again for joining us today just the same. Where was I at here? Oh, yeah. Going into the 5-drop slot here, we have Memory Guardian here. We have Affinity for artifacts. So we don't have too many Affinity cards in the deck, but the ones we can afford, we'll throw in there just because. So a 5-mana 3/4 here, Robot Artificer, and it also has flying. So again, decent body in the air. We'll use Thoughtcast here since we do have a lot of artifacts. This is an Affinity for artifacts to simply just draw 2 cards at sorcery speed. The Unagi of Kyoshi Island here, a 5-mana 5/5 legendary creature serpent with flash. So that's great for us for blocking at instant speed, but also its ward ability makes it pretty much hard to touch because it has water bending of 4. So this can be very hard for our opponent to just hard remove. Anytime an opponent draws their second card each turn, we can also draw 2 cards for this. So this kind of makes sure that we can stay up to date with our opponent that tries to get a little cheeky with drawing extra cards ahead of us. Let's see. Oh, Max, like 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago. Okay. So it wasn't too long ago, but I still appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, it's just, the past couple weeks have been a bit of a blur just because, holiday season, trying to make sure I get ready my schedule for all my content that I try to do. So yeah, sorry about that, my man. I try not to be too forgetful on faces and people I chat with on the streams, but I still appreciate you, man. Just want to make sure I don't mess, try not to forget people too often. I'll try to make sure I try to do better this year for that. Yeah, maybe I should try to get my, is there something I can eat to actually get better memory? Maybe I should be eating more fish. I don't know. Where was I at here? Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. We gotta see. My memory's completely falling apart right now. In any case, let's see. Let's finish up the rest of this. So the 6+ drop slots is gonna be capped at Cannoneer. So Turtle Warrior here with Improvise, and it's a 4/4 with Ward 4. So whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature, and it can't be blocked. So this is gonna be one of our good finishers as we start making more and more artifacts enter the battlefield. Shark Typhoon here. So this is kind of like a backup plan to the deck. With this, we can start making a bunch of shark tokens, which do well with Yue here. It's not an artifact, but we can use it to help us go wide and make sure we keep having stuff on the field to block our opponent or go on the offensive. Steelfin Whale here, so a 6-mana whale that's a 3/4 with Affinity for artifacts. So this can be technically a 1-mana 3/4, which is a pretty good rate. Whenever an artifact we control enters, you untap this creature. So it can be a good blocker for us if we start making more and more tokens. Thought Monitor here, a classic for us for card draw. It's a construct, it's an artifact creature, it enters and draws 2 cards, and has Affinity for artifacts. Gear Seeker Serpent here has Affinity for artifacts as well. It's a 6-mana ability, allows it to can be unblockable as a 5/6. Pretty good rate, although it's a little expensive to make its secondary ability go off. But still, we appreciate it being a cheap creature once it actually hits the field. Junkwinder here has Affinity for tokens. So key thing to keep in mind for this is it's not artifacts, but it's tokens. We can make a lot of tokens with the deck, but we've got to be mindful as to how this card works. However, whenever a token we control enters, you could tap a non-land permanent an opponent controls, and it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So in the mid to late game, if the board gets gummed up, as long as we can make more and more tokens, we can start taking down things our opponent has, and hopefully we can get them out of the way to make sure we can get our victory. Valkyrie Aerial Unit here, 7-mana 5/4 construct, Affinity for artifacts, and has flying. When the creature enters, just surveil 2, so more flyers in the air for us to provide more support. Mirror Enforcer here technically could be actually free as a 4/4 because it simply has Affinity for artifacts and it's colorless. And the final card for us is going to be one with the Multiverse. If we can get this in for free, that'll really help us out value-wise here. It's an enchantment that reads, you can look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. And once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from your hand or from the top of your library for free. So that's actually another great option for us to help us out with our whole game plan here. Axon RL, it's fine, don't worry. Okay, well, just want to make sure again you're cool, my man. So thanks again for being cool with me on that. Den Splendid, hello, good afternoon, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Hopefully it's not too late for you over there, Den Splendid. I know what is it? I don't know what time it is where you're at, but I think it's a little late. But still appreciate you being here, even though I know I sometimes have very, how do I put this? Unpredictable schedules. So trying to be more consistent, but I still appreciate you being here. Okay, so now that we got through the main deck itself, again, for the budget part of this, again, we're going to be rocking a simple land base of 31 islands, a Seat of the Synod for another artifact, Arid Archway to bounce back any one of our spells that are technically lands so we can use them again, Darksteel Citadels, another artifact land, Fountain Port here just helps us with using all of our tokens for all kinds of different values. The Gold Saucer here can generate for us treasure tokens if we just start flipping coins with it, and finally a Volatile Vault to destroy a non-basic land and leave behind a treasure token which we can use for various items. But otherwise, that is the whole deck, everybody. Yue Affinity for you on a budget. I think the deck is only like, what, $40-$50? And I think it's only going to cost you, what, like 14-15 rares? Pretty good rate, right? But anyway, let's give this deck a shot. And don't worry, we'll be talking about the upgraded deck a little bit later on. But for now, let's take the budget deck into the Brawl format. Let's play some matches, and let's see how well the deck can do. Whew, okay. Note to self, I really do need to breathe more often in between these deck tech explanations. I have a bad habit of running my mouth a little too fast, and I realize sometimes my brain runs faster than my own mouth does, so I'll try to slow myself down when I can, everybody. But otherwise, now that we're getting started with our game, let's lock in.
It's time to
yeah, all right. I mean, it's only a 14-hour difference. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I really do appreciate you being here, my man. I know it's probably late on your end there, but again, I'll always appreciate that you can always find a way to make it, even if you just simply just stop in for a few minutes. Still appreciate that, my man. That is dedication for you. So much love to you. Okay. Let's see. So we got our first game going here. We got 3 lands, a Gold Saucer, Cosmo Elixir. Okay, and we also can get some ramp going with Waterbend Skin. Okay, pretty good hand. We should be able to start getting everything to fire off pretty quick with this hand. Our opponent is playing Go Shintai here, so obviously they're going to be playing some dirty Shrine shenanigans. But we'll get going and seeing if hopefully we can circumvent them before it's too late. Hopefully our Affinity plan works. All right. Verge land. Fox Amber coming in. Okay, good. Cold Steel Heart is actually nice on the 2-drop slot here. So let's get a ramp going. On blue. Alright. So with that, we should be able to curve out pretty quick here. So this should be pretty good. Okay. So as we're getting going here, everybody, if anybody has already seen the last of the cards that they've shown off today for, okay, we got another land, that's good. For the end of spoiler season, Lorwyn Eclipsed, how y'all feeling about the set? Honestly, the set definitely is a banger. It has to be. It's gonna be. It's gonna be amazing. So I do look forward to playing with y'all quick on that. All right, so we will play Yue, the Moon Spirits. All right, draw another card. So Hoden will do 1 point of damage. Okay, they hit us. That's cool. We get pinged down to 26. If our opponent brings in Go Shintai, we have a rapid hybridization ready to go. That's what you're going to do, opponents. What you got, opponents? Bring it on. Oh, here we go. Go Shintai. All right. So, blow that up for now. Nice. So we got that off the field for now. Opponent's not going to get too much value, and they have to recast. So this buys us time. Okay, so we will play an island. We will play Bender's Waterskin. Thought Monitor. All right, we're starting to go off now. This is good. And then we swing with Yue. Down to 22 opponents. Draw into the card. Nice. Junkwinder will be nice later on if we can start getting some tokens going, but otherwise we're going to have to pay full price for him. Okay, unfortunately, we do lose there our Thought Monitor, but it got the job done. Okay, so this is only going to be able to go on a creature, land, or planeswalker. So if our opponent plays Go Shintai, we lock it out with Imprisoned in the Moon. Eidolon of Blossoms. All right. And draw a card. They can swing with the Frog Lizard if they want to. And they do. Okay, no blocks, obviously. Down to 23. All right, so with that, play the island. We will play for now Aviation Pioneer. Make our token there. So that means Junkwinder gets a little cheaper. But for now, swing with Yue. Down to 19. Okay, Steelfin Will. That'll actually be pretty good coming up. So it looks like I guess we're now going to be on the attack plan here. I really wish we can get rid of that Hoden, though. That's actually what's really kind of messing up our plan here. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Can we get through this? Oh, yeah, that Hoden. What can we say to that, Zuko?
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah? You're telling me. Okay, Go Shintai of Ancient Wars. Okay. So this means this hits a player. Okay, so this goes to my face as well. Joy. Okay, it's fine, everybody. No big deal. We could still find a way to make this all work. Okay. Fire Shrine Keeper. That's cute. I mean, it's not an actual shrine, but I guess our opponent threw it in there because why not? I mean, that's kind of cute, by the way. Okay. They draw another card. Okay, do we try to go with Gold Saucer here? I think we'll try. Let's flip a coin. Let's see if we're lucky. Come on, deck. Nice. So actually we made a treasure. That's actually good for us. And then that means our opponents will start putting counters on things. Junkwinder can come in, so that'll be good. Okay, opponents. Dag Blaggett, hello. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. And then from here, let's use Yue's ability, so let's start doing some water bending. Water bend. Tap the water bend. And, okay. Oh, we can only do Imprisoned? Oh, that's right. It's a non-creature spell. Well, okay. So, actually, we'll decline. We'll decline. We'll wait it out. Steelfin Whale. For 1 mana. Not too bad. And then Junkwinder, I guess, comes in. Not a huge amount of value there, but let's see. So how many shrines right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if I turn that... Okay. Down to 15. Okay. We don't need any more islands, so we already have plenty of ramp. Oh, it's you, MTG Ability. Do you have a secret alias there, I see? All right. Well, either way, thanks again for joining us today. How are you doing, by the way? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Dang, it feels like everyone's got their secret little things here and there. Let's see, okay, so we're actually gonna do this now. Water bend, water bend, water bend, water bend, and water bend. Okay, hold on. Well, okay, so that knocks it down to 3. So that means the whale survives. Okay. We could still technically counter anyway, go Shintai, so we have the Disdainful Stroke. So I realize we can. Okay. There we go.
That's rough, buddy.
Too bad. You're doing great, just enjoying my birthday. Oh, happy birthday there. How you doing? Did you get what you wanted for your birthday? Oh, man. You didn't get a chance to, like, do a little happy birthday thing for you. If I knew that, I would have said happy birthday on your stream when you were live. But yeah. Hopefully you're having a great day, my man. It should be a great day for you. How have you celebrated so far today? Have you been celebrating with your friends, family, loved ones? Okay. Opponent is trying to still put counters on stuff. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that, everybody. Anybody that's in the chat right now, show some love and say happy birthday here to dagblaggett/MTG Hillbilly. It's his birthday. Show some happy birthday love, everybody. But what's happening now is, okay, so we're not quite... Jeez, okay. Well, now we're kind of sputtering here because we don't have what we need. I mean, I guess we might have to start... Okay. Okay, we made a treasure. So from here... Okay, lock that. With family? Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that for you. Okay, and then... Is there really anything else we can't? We can't really do too much else right now. Just because it's just so clunky. Okay. I mean, the only thing we can do is just kind of pressure our opponent here with some damage. Do you block, opponent? I don't think they would block. At minimum, they would block with Fire Shrine Keeper, and that's it. They don't want to lose the Lizard, because that's a decent attacker. And they definitely don't want to lose the Shrine. So I assume... There we go. Down to 8. Only stream you did for today with spoilers? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I know that... Okay, we got to draw... Okay, we got to improvise. Okay, so... We're able to slow down our opponent. Okay, well, I guess we'll do this now. But this time now we'll actually have... Waterbend. Nice to have treasures to actually waterbend, so that actually helps us out a ton here. Okay. Get the improvising at least for free while we can. So we lose Yue for a moment, but that's okay. Inspiring Sanctuary is nice. That's going to help us recast her pretty quick. Since you're here, and if you just did the spoiler stream, let me know. Is there any decks you're already kind of contemplating and building? And how do you feel about the set overall? I'm pretty sure it's pretty universal. Everyone is agreeing that Lorwyn Eclipse is going to be a fantastic set. Really, really harkens back again to classic Magic. Oh, I do love the art for the set. I love it as a creature themed set. I'm looking forward to doing a lot of decks around it. And I'm sure you are too. Ooh, they got Toski. Okay, so I guess our opponent's going to start getting cheeky with attacks? Okay. And we can't block that because it has Menace. That's awkward. So you get a free card off of that. But okay. Come on, deck. Give me something. Anything. I am right now dying here to get something going. Ooh, Etherize. That's actually not too shabby. So, we'll improvise. Tap to improvise. 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 And improvise. Nice! Man, that's such a good card. Okay, so in the meantime here, let's see. Can't really swing that much now. That's annoying. Because that one shrine is going to hurt us a ton. One cheap hit here, I guess. I guess better than nothing. Draw another card. Okay, so we got Memory Guardian. So at least we're getting some more flyers in the air. But our opponent, if we can get them to... Keep making more treasures. I think at this point, we might have to just start making... I don't know. Okay, make another treasure. We tap down Toski there. We lose the whale. Small price to pay, but that's okay. Vivint deck and Elf deck. Okay, so you're looking forward to the Elf deck. I'm sure that's going to be an awesome deck. We definitely... I know we just did a mono green Elf deck for Christmas time, but I have definitely got to do a... We got to do a Golgari deck. We got to do a Golgari Elf deck. There's so many good elves in this set. I mean, there's everything that's just good. Just real talk. Everything is just amazing in the set. I don't honestly can't really think of another time I was like so gushing over a set like this. Okay, granted, like, yes, I did like the Avatar set, which is great, but realistically, Morrowind is definitely going to be what everyone has been looking forward to. Is just more magic goodness all around for everybody. Okay, opponent now just drawing all their stuff, so that's annoying. Okay, so how is there a way out of this, or are we just sputtering our wheels here? If our opponent does a big swing, then I can Etherize and bounce away all of these extra shrines. That's my biggest concern right now, is if we can only just do that, we should be okay. Opponent swings. Okay. Nothing yet. I'll draw another card. I'm sure they're going to pump up the shrines. Joy. Whew, okay. Not looking good. So our only hope right now is to Etherize on the next turn. I know we're going to lose a lot of creatures on the next turn, but this is going to be our only hope to survive. If only for a turn. Let's see. Okay, Mana Leak is okay. Not what we need right now. I guess that's better than nothing. Let's see. There's an elf deck that taps for mana equal to your colors, and we still have a Leyline in standard that turns... Oh, that's right. The Leyline of the Guild Pack plus that elf. Oh, man, that sounds like it's going to be absolutely bonkers. Like, that is just... That's just silly. But I know someone out there is going to try it. Wait, hold on. Whoop, don't mean to do that. Swing for now. Just going above them. Down to 9. Cool. Okay, so for instance here... Ichor Wellspring. Doesn't do enough for us, but... Let's keep it on top there. Okay, opponents. Wait, is that it? Did we lose? No, never mind, we lost. I totally forgot that Sanctum of All... Yeah. There's nothing we can really do to stop the trigger. Okay, I guess we lost that one. Well, that's terrible, but that's okay, everybody. I'll just concede right now to save time on our opponent. I don't know what they were waiting for, but it's all good. Okay, so first loss of the day. That's okay. Not a big deal. We're just getting started, everybody. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into the next game or so. Oh, yeah, the Badger Mole too. Oh, my goodness. Man, ramping is going to get out of control this season for with the next set coming out. Seriously, I realize like we have Badger Mole right now in the format. We have so many elves are going to tap for mana. And then the Vivid one with the Leyline. Somebody's probably going to try to get greedy. Mark my words. We're probably going to see like some kind of ridiculous 5-color pile in Standard. Mark my words. There's going to be a 5-color deck that's going to emerge, and it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. But maybe that might be the deck that's going to finally get rid of the Izzet menace currently in the format. Don't get me wrong. I do love Izzet decks, but Izzet's been having it front... Oh, what's the word I'm searching for here? Izzet has been having it real easy for the past year. Seriously, it's been a whole year of this Izzet decks. Like, for example, our opponent here is playing Vivi. So we got to be prepared for that kind of stuff. No shenanigans. Been exhausting if you're definitely that kind of a person. Okay, Valkyrie aerial unit. That's not too bad. Okay. Spouting Sanctuary. Okay. No attacks yet. Okay, Sanctuary will be great once we can start getting the rest of our plan going. Okay. Opponent, do you play Vivi? Is this your turn to play Vivi? It is. Alright. So, how we do this? Improvise. Improvise. Okay. And then from here, nothing yet. We don't want to sacrifice anything. If we can at least get one more turn, I think we might be able to go off with Psy. Hopefully. Assuming Vivi doesn't do stupid things, but I don't know. We're going to see right now. Can we survive? Okay, ping here. We can't let the Corey Steel Cutter go off, so that's got to go now. Okay, opponent, counterspelling that now. Do you have an answer? Damn, they changed collision. Ah! No! It does resolve. Ugh. Okay, so now we have to contend with two of the most annoying cards from Standard that got banned, and now they're here against us in a Brawl deck. Okay, Fog Bank. Okay, Joy. Alright. So let's see. Alright. Deck Blanket. It's going to be crazy. I'll test the cards on Wednesday when I get to do the early access event. Oh man, I'm so jelly of you. Still trying to pester Wizards of the Coast, and they will not give me a chance to do early access, but I'm happy that you get to do it. So let me know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Hopefully, again, we can get some fun stuff from there. Okay, in the meantime here, let's play... how do we do this here? I think Filigree. Make a Thopter. Alright, get a nice 5-3 there. Nothing yet. So, we have a nice attacker in the air, and we can start building out our Thopter plan. But I'm really scared that the more time you give Vivi, the worse it's going to get. Opponent's got Firebrand Archer, okay. They want to start pinging. Stock up, okay. That's not the worst turn, but they are rebuilding. I hate this card. Don't get me wrong, I love Vivi, but I knew the moment that I got a copy. I actually have a copy, by the way. So I feel a little dirty, but I'm going to be honest. I can't put that into my Izzet deck. I have one, but the moment I put it into an Izzet deck, and if I go to any table, no one's going to want to play against me. So it's one of those cards that I just want to... I guess I'm just going to have no choice. I either make the deck that I have in Commander, like full-on competitive with Vivi, or I'm just never going to get to play that deck ever again. Which is a bit of a shame, too. It's a fun card, it's a popular character, but they went way too strong with the card. Even with this nerf that they have in Alchemy, it's still a busted card. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, we'll play Valkyrie aerial units. Let's start getting our plan going off here. Okay, so we got the Aetherize. That's good. Okay, we'll play Yue. So, improvise. And our Enforcer. Nice! Alright, good turn here. Prevent all combat damage dealt to and dealt by this creature. Okay, so that means that we can't... Filigree Attendant will get blocked by the Fog Bank. So I guess we just get one point of damage in. Take that, opponents. Okay, so our whole hand's dumped. So we're hoping at this point, maybe we can start going off. We might have to sacrifice some Thopters here if that means any hope of getting through with card draw. Oh, they got the 1 ring. Boo! Ugh. Absolutely disgusting. Our opponent is just literally just playing the most broken cards right now. And here I am just trying to play my wee cute little mono blue deck. Our opponent just does not want to... They don't want to deal with us. Alright, fine. I don't know why they swung with that token. Okay. They just lost a token, but okay. Whatever, opponent. I guess it's better than that. Oh, that's why. That's why. So they wanted to chart a course. I get it now. Keep sending the emails. Okay. Yes. I will not give up on that. Don't worry. I hear you, MTG Hillbilly. I'm not giving up. Even though we won't make it for... Jeez, they got this 672. Jeez, oh my god. Just someone end this already. I don't think I'm going to win, but I'm going to try. If we can get rid of that fog bank, maybe we have a shot? Okay, so what do we do in this instance? Because we can't swing at all. We can't do anything here. All right, so I think we might have to actually sacrifice... Actually, hold on. We have to pass the turn first off, okay? Okay. Okay. Gathering my composure. We're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out. Let's see if we can try to do this. Curiosity. Oh, okay. So our opponent here is definitely trying to end this now. They ping. Do we do this now? I guess we don't have a choice. We'll improvise, improvise. Okay, so we... Wait, oops, I sacrificed the wrong thing. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to survive this one right now. Okay, air dodge. Wait, dang it. That didn't help us out either. You know what? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to win this one. Dense Planet. Want to hear something truly disgusting? Bounce deck and using Corey Steel Cutter. Never wanted to go against this rubbish ever again in Pioneer. Ooh, that sounds really, really bad. Okay, so our opponent is going to now redraw their whole hand. If they swing, our only hope here is to Etherize on the swing. But let's see. Does our opponent actually do it? Okay. Or do they just kill us here? 5. 3 cards in hand, opponents. Oh, alright, we're dead. Alright, fine, opponents. I guess it didn't matter what I did, because our opponent here is absolutely horrible. Ah!
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, you're telling me, Zuko. That was terrible. Okay, fine, everyone. We're going to shrug that off, and we're going to try again. Okay, it's okay. We can get a win with this deck. I know we can. In testing last night, we got some wins. So this deck can get some wins. I swear it does. Just, not really a filter right now in Brawl. Which actually does beg a question. Should Brawl get a ranked format similar to the other formats? Like, should Brawl have a ranked and unranked? And if we do get a ranked version of Brawl, would you like us to convert over to ranked Brawl in the future? Let me know in the comments below, everyone. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, that was just cringy. Like, at that point, I'll be honest, the moment VV got down and we had no way of stopping it, I kind of just zoned out of the match. If I was going to be real clear with you. Okay, our opponent is playing, what is it, Owen Pass / Spider-Man? I forgot what this was. It was just so ridiculous to have to kind of keep track of these things. But okay, it's fine. Omen Hawker. So we got our pseudo ability activation stuff here in a bit. Okay, Birds of Paradise, that's cute. Caw-caw! Island. And nothing yet. We'll get Aviation Pioneer down. So that should be nice for us for filling out our game plan. Dark Ritual, okay. What's our opponent going to try to cast? Ooh. Okay, well, we got a counterspell for that, so... Phew! Not today, opponents. Sink into Stupor, okay. That's cute, too. We'll play Aviation Pioneer. Make our Thopter. Swing with the Omen Hawker. Okay, down to 24. Okay, so next turn, we should be able to get Yue down, but the problem still comes down to we're not running into that many things to... Yeah, I guess mono blue deck, we're not drawing into much action. Maybe I should put more card draw into the deck. I don't know. Okay. In any case, let's see here. Opponent, what will you do? You have 3 cards left. Can't cast your commander just yet. Let's see. We have 3 cards ourselves. Yue can come in, so at least we can start pushing damage on our opponent. And they only have a Birds of Paradise, so not much for blocking. Maybe we can get in with a little bit of aggro here. At least I hope we can. Okay. Anytime now, opponents. Anytime now. Okay. So, while our opponent, I guess, is trying to contemplate everything, question for everybody here. Something completely unmagic related. What y'all been doing outside of the game? Have y'all been doing, like, you have a New Year's resolution? And if so, if you had a New Year's resolution, what has it been? Let me know, everybody. I would like to hear, like, what is motivating you in 2026 to do stuff? But until you get that going, we'll play Yue now. Okay. We will swing with everything. Opponent doesn't really have a way to block, so we're just going to get some cheap hits while we can. Nice. Okay, down to 21 opponents. That's when Gwenum, a.k.a. this alt Omen Path version, is basically Bolus the Citadel on a body. Yeah, you are right about that. But, okay, Malika Rebirth. Huh. Are they sacrificing something for value? Okay. Okay. All right, opponents. Annoying, but it's okay. So, Bird, we could put in our Ornithopter Paradise. And I guess sink into Stupor. Tapped. Pass. We have one more counter spell. And we can recast. Okay, Junji. Okay. That's a bit of a threat to us. Okay, miscast. No real value off of that, but that's okay. Opponent's still back down to 2 cards. They haven't had a chance to really ramp all that much. Here comes Vigo. So, they swing. Yep, they do. Okay, they draw a ton of cards. And Junji gets its death trigger. Yay. Okay, so that means they want this first 2 cards. Or put a non-dragon card from our graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. So, reanimation time. Okay. Down to 20. So, we're in a bit of a small bind here. We don't have anything big to cast off yet. And we don't have anything else to do. We can swing here. Down to 11. That's not enough. Okay, what will you do, opponents? Okay, Vaultborn Tyrant. No, jeez. Okay, so we don't have an answer to that, do we? No, we don't. I hate this card, by the way. Every time I cast it, I can never deal with this card. Even if you destroy it, they still get a token off of that. So it's like there's nothing really you can do to stop this card. Unless you can counterspell it, and we can't. Okay, we can counterspell that. But that's not enough. Okay, opponents. Anything else? Is there anything on attack that we are going to... Okay, so they will... Do they sacrifice? Okay, they do. That's a lot of cards to draw, by the way. Eesh. So far, we haven't been doing too good with Yue here. Opponents just keep going over us no matter what we do. Oh, the Face Stealer? Eee. So with that, slip out the back. That's literally all we can do at this point. But that's not helping us, technically. Okay. So they make a copy. They draw even more stupid stuff. Can't block Vigo here. Literally the only thing we could do is... only thing we could do is just make a treasure token. Okay. Oh, alright. Is that it, opponent? Is that it? Okay. No blocks. Take 9. Ouch. Okay, opponent will have to discard a hand size. And wow. We are looking a little light here. So after this, I'll give this budget deck one more shot. And I think our best option after that... Okay, so you're not going to get more value off of that, opponent. We're going to miscast that. Okay, so that means now we're out of counter spells completely. Actually, we're out of cards entirely. And at least we prevented that from coming back in again for more value. Okay, so with that, Yue... We have 4/4 coming back in. Opponent has a ton of stuff in hand here. If we had an Aetherize now would be the time to have an Aetherize. Okay, eaten by piranhas. Okay, so, all we can do at this point is just swing away. But that's just not enough. I mean, sure, I could do this. I could turn off their Vigo and push it down, but does that mean we're still... Yeah, I don't know. We're still dead, I think. You know what? I'll just concede. Didn't want to concede there, but I don't think there was going to be a way out of that. Not with what we had. So it's okay, everybody. Whew, man. Night and day. The past couple streams, we've been winning very, very easily over the last couple ones, but this time around, It's not looking too good for us. Excuse me, everybody. Okay. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Okay. We're going to try again. It's no big deal, everybody. No matter how many times you win or lose, just keep going. But last couple streams, we've been doing really high and we've been riding well on a lot of victories. This time around, we have not been doing too hot. But you know what? Maybe today's an off day. And that's okay. We don't mind that. Sometimes, again, you win a lot. Sometimes you lose a lot. But we're not giving up. We're still going to keep trying. So with this hand here, we have 2 islands. We have a counterspell, Katara, Aviation Pioneer. If we can get to a 3rd land, we should be fine with this hand. We should be fine. But after this, we will definitely jump into the non-budget deck. Okay, we got Midnight Clock. That's cute. Come on, deck. Give me a 3rd land. A 3rd land here will be excellent. That's what we need. Okay, Raul. So, counterspell that. That's it? Our opponent was like, I don't want to deal with this? Okay, opponent. I mean, I'll take the victory. I mean, it's a cheap one, but hey, a win's a win. Oh, well. Yep, Arena's got his hate going. I swear, like, Arena definitely has its ups and downs. Sometimes you play against decks and you just get hosed. Like, I swear, they match you up against, like, the 1 or 2 decks that you will get countered on. And then sometimes people concede, like, the moment you thought seize them, the moment you counterspell them, and you just get free wins. I don't know. Like, Arena's just a roller coaster. I wasn't into Magic Online, so if anybody is old enough, like me, to know about Magic Online, how was it there? I never really got into it that much. By the time I started playing Magic again, Arena literally came out like a year later, so I was all in on playing Arena. And I think that's also the reason why I still keep playing, is because Arena is just so convenient. Yes, when it way to again, you get to Emrakul as an Eon Storm, the one that's banned in EDH. Yeah, that one is also absolutely bonkers. Okay, opponent here is going to be playing... Oh, Kotis again. Okay, opponent's going to start stealing stuff. So we will have to be prepared for that. But until then, we will start building out our game plan here and seeing if we can go further ahead than them with our Affinity shenanigans. Okay, lots of islands now. That's good. Acre Wellspring. Draw another card. Okay. Waterbending Scroll is actually pretty good. Once we start getting down more of our stuff, we start drawing cards with straight that. Okay, Kotis. Okay, if we can get one of our auras, now would be the time to do it. Because we really could use that before our opponent starts stealing our stuff. Okay, we'll draw some more cards soon. Okay, Sting, the Glinting... Okay, what is this? Oh, it's Lord of the Rings. Okay. Okay, opponents. Gonna steal 3 cards. Ugh. I hate my stuff getting stolen. What'd they steal? No, they took away... Oh, no, they took away the Inspiring Sanctuary. Oh, that's like the one card I wouldn't want them to have. But okay. Dang it. Ornithopter. Alright, in this case, we'll play Mirror Enforcer. Got a big boy on screen. Draw 2 cards with Thoughtcast. Okay. I guess we can make a... Okay. So I think we can at least use the Ornithopter here, but dang. Having an Inspiring Sanctuary and one of our Cold Seer Hearts was not a good thing. Just don't like my stuff stolen. I think that's probably the most disliked thing I have when it comes to the game. I would hate getting my stuff discarded, but I probably would tier that worse than maybe counter spells. Okay. Opponent here is... Wait. Protection for... Okay. Well, I mean, we have colorless artifacts anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter what... Okay, so they swing. Block here. Sacrifice it. Make a construct. Okay. MTG Hillbilly. Working on a Kotis Commander deck in paper. Oh, that sounds fun, but I definitely know you're going to get hated so much for that. But hey, more power to you for that. If you can make it work, go for it. Okay, so in the meantime here, Bender's Water Skin. Okay. Okay, well, at least now we can start drawing cards. Disdainful Stroke. Okay. No attacks. Bender's Water Skin does get untapped, so that's nice. So we have our own little small cute game plan here. We just need to start building into hopefully some better options here against our opponents. Okay, so they equip 2. At the very least, thankfully, their protection shenanigans don't affect our artifacts, so we can use them to block for a little bit. Zero plays MTG. Yo, what's good? Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Hero's downfall. Dang. Okay. Opponent using improvise here, which is the worst thing they could have stolen from us, because now they can cheat stuff in for even cheaper. Okay. Now they have a Codis that completely cannot be stopped unless we get Ether Eyes. That's our only hope. Okay, they swing. And swing. So we'll make a servo, and we'll use that to block for now. Okay, so no more stealing for the time being. As long as we can make servos, maybe we have a shot. Okay, we will play Katara. Kind of a little on flavor for her. We'll draw a card. Okay, got a miscast. I guess that's cute. No attacks. We can't get through this just yet, but we do have ways. I know we can find a way out of this. As long as we can keep that one creature under control. Should be okay. Oh, I forgot they have flying now. All right, now we're in trouble. Let's see. How do we stop a flyer, though? I mean, we don't have a servo for that. At least not yet. Yue in the air would have been fine, but that's just not enough. Okay. Oh, they got the casualty. Okay, hold on. We can miscast that. Too bad, opponents.
That's rough, buddy.
Thank you, Zuko. So with that, at least we stopped that from being too bad for us. Okay, so from here, I guess we'll just waterbend 6. Expensive. Okay, Midnight Clock. Well, at least we kept that from our opponent, so they didn't steal that. Down to 14, though. We have not had a chance to do anything against our opponents. All right. They took our Steelfin Whale. They took our Diversion Unit. Okay. Woo! Oh, Mechanus is nice. That might be helpful for us. Okay, Island. Okay, start making our tokens. And then from here, Waterbend Scroll. Mishra's Bauble. All right, that's free roll. I'll take it. And then, okay. Well, we'll wait it out for a bit. No attacks. Pass. Okay, starting to get Midnight Clock to go. Again, we're not dead, but we're very close to the end here. And our opponents might be able to pull off something here. They swing it in the air, definitely, for sure. That's 6, 7, 8. They swing with that. That's 9. We can't block yet. So we go down to 1. Like, I can make a servo now. I can't do anything with it. Okay. Draw another card off of her. Okay, well, we got Psy. So now... Oh, wait, never mind. We're dead. I forgot about the fire and ice. Dang. We were close to stabilizing there, but man, we were just a little too slow. Okay, well, this one struck out so far for us, but let's not give up hope yet. Maybe the budget deck didn't quite go off, but what if we take this deck to the next level and upgrade it? I think that might be what we really should do with this deck. So let's talk about the upgraded deck in just a moment, everybody. Let me get this all squared away for you. All right. Okay, MTG Hillbillies saying, I got the Planeswalker card that does the poison and +1 counters with Innkeeper's Talent. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty gnarly. Wait, is that the Vraska card? Even if it's not, it should be one of those. But yeah, Vraska with the Proliferate also sounds really evil with it. But yeah, I'm sure you definitely already have a game plan for that. And hopefully it works out for you. Hopefully it gets, again, really nasty. Okay. Now, moving back over to our deck. So, the budget deck didn't quite take off as I was expecting it to, but that's okay, everybody. Let's take the time now to show you the upgraded version of the deck where we really do not hold back on the budget. So, this version here is going to be really gnarly because we're really going to go all in on stuff. So, with UA here, now we're going to upgrade. We're going to have Mox Amber. We're going to have Mox Opal. So, these are free rolls. only because we have so many artifacts. We can then tap this to activate it for the mana we need. Mox Amber for legendaries. Once UA comes in, it'll be useful for us. We'll then also start adding in a little bit more when it comes to just making sure we can ramp faster, and also we can start doing stuff with our stuff, with all of our artifacts that kind of just sit there and do nothing. So we have the Black Staff of Waterdeep. We can use this to turn a non-token artifact we control into an artifact creature that's a 4/4, so that can be good for us. We'll also throw in the Enigma Jewel here, legendary artifact. It also will then tap for 2 colorless. You can only use it to activate abilities, but again, that helps us with UA, or we can just craft it into Locust of Enlightenment here. So then this way we can start copying some extra abilities. That is something that's a bit of a pipe dream, but it can work for us if it all comes together. We'll add in now Shadow Spear. So this is actually another option for us to turn off our opponent's Hexproof Indestructible shenanigans. So if we had this on the last game, this actually would have been helpful for us. But Shadow Spear specifically also is an equipment that we can use again to just make sure we can put some trampling and lifelinking for stabilization. Going into the 2-drop slot for upgrades, we'll throw in Consult of the Star Charts here. So as we get more and more lands, we can then kick this and then dig out some more stuff that we're going to need. Cyclonic Rift, of course, just helps us bounce away all non-land permanents that an opponent controls. We overload it if we can to then just completely reset the board. Other upgrades to the deck, we'll throw in now Katara, Waterbending Master. Anytime we cast a spell during an opponent's turn, we'll get an experience counter. And anytime she attacks, we could draw cards equal to the amount of experience counters we do. And so we'll discard a card. That actually will help us out here with card draw raw. Throw in Snapcaster Mage, another great option for us. Human Wizard has Flash. When it enters, give one of your instants or sorceries flashback, and then you can pay the flashback cost and then recast it. So again, more value for the deck. In terms of other upgrades here, we'll have a Sapphire Medallion, another great artifact for us that cheapens all of our blue spells by 1. So that's great for us. We do need some better card draw on the deck, so we're going to throw in Smuggler's Copter here. So for Smuggler's Copter, just simply helps us just draw a card, discard a card anytime it attacks or blocks. For the 3-drop upgrades here, we're going to throw in Rhystic Study. I know, some people don't like this card, but it is technically something that will help us out. So Rhystic Study has to go in here if you really want to just go all out with the budget. Just throw it in here, even if you don't like it. Other upgrades to the deck, we'll throw in Simulacrum Synthesizer, one of my favorite artifacts here, and a very expensive one, and very powerful for the deck. It enters and scries 2, and anytime another artifact we control with a mana value of 3 or greater enters, you start making constructs. The constructs will go out of control absolutely crazily once we start getting our whole game plan going. For better counter spells here, we want to kind of focus on some more free stuff. So we'll throw in Flare Denial, and we'll throw in Force Negation. These are probably our strongest counter spells if we can cast them for free. We will have to sacrifice a blue card in our hand for Force Negation. Flare Denial, we have to sacrifice a non-token blue creature. So keep in mind if you want to use those, but they are very powerful for what they are. Speaking of extra counter spells here, we'll throw in Archmage's Charm. So you can use this to either counterspell, draw 2 cards, or gain control of a non-land permanent when a mana value of 1 or less. So we can steal away, hopefully, maybe like a Mana Rock. Cloud Key here just allows us to then pick whatever type we want. It's going to be artifacts, and then makes sure that all of our spells will have the chosen type will be 1 less to cast. We'll throw in Plantalar of Onthak. So usually I hate this card, but in our deck here, it's an all-star. So we definitely want to throw this in to pressure our opponent. So it allows us to keep drawing cards, or they will start losing life as the game progresses. Going into the 4-drop slot, our another upgrades are Phyrexian Metamorph here, 4 mana, or if you pay the Phyrexian life, that's 2, so that means it's a 3 Phyrexian Shapeshifter, and then it could be any artifact or creature on the battlefield, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. So it just helps us just cast some other stuff here. We'll throw in, I actually realize now, do I want the 1 ring? Maybe I should put in the 1 ring for this game plan here. I'll think about that in a second. Otherwise, other major upgrades to the deck, we have Paradox Engine. This card is just also bonkers for us. So this card, anytime we cast any spell, you untap all non-land permanents you control. So with this and UA out, you basically can just dump your whole hand and just keep the game plan going. So that's actually why we have that in there. And then the final end here, the stuff that you want to cheat in with UA, we've stacked it up a little bit higher now. So now we're going to throw in instead Omniscience. Omniscience allows you to basically get everything in for free. So this will help us once we get it out. That's basically game over for our opponent. There'll be nothing they can really stop us with unless if they blow up the Omniscience. Other upgrades, we'll throw in Portal Phyrexia. Since we are a mono blue deck, we don't really have access to too many good options for us for bouncing away go wide strategies. So Portal to Phyrexia will force our opponent to sacrifice 3 creatures, and we can start reanimating their stuff from the graveyard to the battlefield. So that'll be good for us just to stay control of the board and tip the odds in our favor. Other upgrades will throw in Cityscape Leveler here, so a construct that has trample, and anytime we cast a spell, and whenever this creature attacks, we can destroy a non-land permanent. So this will help us just keep the board under control. We'll throw in Ugin, Eye of the Storms here. So this again is just something that will just blow away our opponent every time we start casting colorless spells. So we can start exiling things, just gain some life and draw a card. So that's mostly why we want it. Other final upgrades for the deck will be Wormcoil Engine here, another Phyrexian Worm, Death Touch, and Lifelink. If it ends up dying though, it leaves behind 2 tokens, which could also be relevant for us for the game plan. And then Chameel here cannot be countered, and once we get it down, at the beginning of your end step, you discover 5. So we can start casting things literally for free. So that's kind of like the whole game plan now, is once we can start getting all these other things in, we can start hopefully just casting things, just start getting big things in, cheating stuff, casting more things for free. Then that means that's where the deck can snowball. Oh, I did forget one more card actually. Torrential Gearhulk here, our final card here with Flash. When it enters, you can then cast an instant spell from your graveyard for free. So this can also provide for us more value as we keep going. Final upgrades, of course, beyond that will be all in the mana base. So even though we're mono blue, we still have some stuff we can add in. So we'll trim down to 23 islands and add an Archway of Innovation. Agna Quella here, so helps us with card draw. Archway allows us to do some improvising. Rivendell will be added in, so we can scry 2 as long as we control legendary creature. Earthrose Titanic Godcore here, great for the deck because if we manage to activate this planet land, we can start tapping for blue for each artifact we control. And the final other upgrades here will be other cards here such as the Mirex to make us some Phyrexian Mites. Mostly that's again just to up our affinity count. Secluded Starforge here, we can tap down all of our extra artifacts to give one of our creatures a massive swing. And that is basically going to be the remainder of the deck, everybody. So that is how we do it. Oh, actually I forgot. Maybe we put in one more land card here. There was one more card I forgot to add in. We do need some graveyard hate. So for that, we'll trim down maybe one more island and then throw in Scavenger Grounds. Okay, there we go. That's our graveyard hate, everybody. But that's it. Let's try this upgraded deck, everybody. Let's see if this version actually is better than the one we just played. So let's see. Princess Yue. Gonna get some much needed upgrades. Let's see. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be good. Okay. Whew. All right. So thanks again for hanging in there, everybody. Let's lock in again. We got this time. I'm feeling it. We're going to get a win this time.
It's time to
Yeah, all right. I know it. We could totally get it this time. We have a much more stronger game plan. All right. So with that, our opponent goes first. Yes, they're playing Vivi again. Even if they're playing Vivi, we have a much more stronger deck now. So I know we can do it. Once we can start snowballing, we can do it. Okay, so... Alright, Professor Z, Anthropologist. That's cute. Okay, we got the Wash Away. That's good for us for later. So with that, we'll play Retrofitter Foundry first. I want to make sure we have the Wash Away ready to go for VV. Otherwise, after that, we should be okay for a little while. Okay. Okay, opponent does not take the bait. That's fine. I'd be wary too. Scavenger Grounds. Ornithopter Paradise. So we get our ramp package going. Unless our opponent has a counterspell. And they do. Okay, so here's how we do this. Let's see, hold on. Never mind. Originally I was going to say, wait, we can counterspell our own creature there, but no, that doesn't work. Okay. Still no attacks, of course, so we got a little while to go. But otherwise, we should be hopefully good soon. We need one more land, or at the very least... Okay, they threw away Thunder Magic. Okay, VV goes bye-bye. Sorry, opponents. Gotcha! Or did we? Oh, wait, oh, okay. Okay, they scared me there for a second. I thought that was like, the opt was going to be it, but okay, we got the counterspell. Nice.
That's rough, buddy.
You're telling me, Zuko. Gotta do what we can to keep VV in check. As much as we can. Okay, so... Opponent obviously still can't do... Wait. I was gonna say, are you just attacking just to spite us, opponents? I mean, that's fine if you want to. But otherwise... Okay, so Phyrexian Metamorph. Okay. Now we're kind of in an awkward spot here. We need another land. If we can get one more land, we can go off. Do they try VV again? Okay, they play Anticipate. At the very least, if I can get maybe one more non-creature spell. I can also use offer I can't refuse to just kind of get our plan going. Okay. Play the island. I know I have Retrofitter Foundry and I could be making servos, but we're going to wait for a bit. I want to make sure we don't mess with our opponent too much here. Still trying to like bluff them out a bit. Okay, Harnesser of Storms. Okay, so with that, we'll do it now. If they counterspell this, then we counterspell our own counterspell. What do you got, opponents? Take the bait. There it is. Okay, so with that, we will then... Yes, we will. That's what we want. Okay, opponents. There's nothing you could do here. We will get, of course, our own counterspell. Okay, draw a card, discard a card. So we will take our own treasures. Thank you. Nice. So the reason why we did that, now we can get in Chamille, and we should be good to go here to start getting stuff for free. So we're set here. That's what we wanted. I'll take that. Thank you, opponents. Now we get free value. Okay. We will then... Can't steal any of their stuff, so we'll just simply draw 2 cards. I'll take it. All right. Nice. Unless if our opponent has a way to destroy Chamille, we should be good now for a while. Balmor? Okay. Okay, so our opponent is trying to do a go-wide pump strategy with Vivi? Huh. Not quite what I was expecting their deck to do, but okay. Interesting choice, opponent. So let's see here. At this point, it's a legendary artifact, so we can't really get that, but that's okay. Blazing Crescendo, okay. I'm trying to go off here. Trying to go off. See, controller, hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us today. You're just in the middle of us playing the upgraded version of Yue Affinity. Okay, Gold Saucer, that's good too. Play the island first, and then do we want Yue now? I feel like maybe Paradox Engine probably is best. And then from here, okay. Start getting our stuff in. Oh, there we go. Pantalar. We will make our servo. Okay, untap. There we go. Okay, so now we're starting to build up our artifacts without even having to use Yue. But we will get there pretty quick with her. Oh, man. This should hopefully be good. Harnesser of Storms is going to be a little scary. It's okay. We can get there. I mean, if you want to put the curse roll on the servo, that's cute, opponents. That's okay. Token on token action, everybody. Not too often you get to see that online. All right. Yo, Ferdo, you think you might be able to take a look at my dragon deck to make some recommendations? Okay. If I have time, what kind of dragon deck? What you got cooking? What kind of color is it? Is it 5 color, 3 color, 2 color? Okay, we got the Enigma Jewel. So with that, we will play Fountain Port. So with here. Okay, Retrofitter Foundry. The Enigma Jewel. Okay, untap. We will play Yue. Okay, untap the Enigma Jewel. That's nice. And with that, make another servo. Okay, nice. Now we're going off here. Now this is what the deck is trying to do. Ooh, Kappa Cannoneer. Opponents. What do you do? Ooh, they do mill it. Oh, and they take 20 there. Okay. Cyclonic Rift. And then from here, we will bounce back. And our opponent's had enough. There we go, everybody. Much, much better there. Yeah. All right. Once we got Chamille off, it was just free value. Man, that card is so ridiculous with this deck. But hey, we got it. Felt good. Finally, we got a first real win for the day. All it just took, though, was our upgraded deck to make it work. But okay, I'm happy. Nice. Let's keep the good times rolling now. Now I think we're gonna finally rebound from all of our losses. A green and blue. Oh, okay. So you're playing Ureni. Okay. Wait, was that the Ureni deck that we played on stream similar to that several months ago? Is that Ureni, the one that has the protection from black and white? Is that the one you're playing? What are your thoughts on the new red goblin that prevents counter spells? Basically a red stable, right? Oh, man. I definitely am going to say right now, we are already cooking right now. We're brewing some goblin decks. Definitely more than one, though, because there's so many good goblins in the set. I'm super pumped about the goblins again. Man, we're so back. But yes. I know which one you're talking about. We definitely will start covering that soon enough. I might actually just do a stream next week where I might just chat about the cards. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I would love to start doing streams where we kind of mix it up a little bit. I love playing, obviously, Magic, but I also like the idea of brewing potential stuff. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Otherwise, until then, let's see. We have actually a key. Oh, wow. The 3-drop slot here is actually kind of stacked, and I'm trying to figure out now what's the best way to sequence this. Okay. Oh, it's the same one? Okay, good to know. Okay, so real quick, everybody, if you're paying attention right now, what should we play? What is going to be getting us the most value? Should it be Simulacrum Synthesizer? If we play the Mechanist, that means we start building up our clues next turn. On the other hand, if we put out the Simulacrum Synthesizer, we can start getting out constructs quick. Or Inspiring Sanctuary, because we can start using Improvise immediately. What is the best? Yeah, okay. Synthesizer, you say? Yeah, it has to be the Synthesizer. Who am I kidding? We got to get that value. If nothing else, minimum, it gets us the Scry. So that also alone helps us out. Good call. Good call. Yeah, we got to get the tokens rolling so we can actually start tapping down. Ooh, Kenrith. All right. The king is here. So now we got to start sequencing everything so we can start making everything work. So I think Inspiring Sanctuary. That gets us the first construct. We will play the Mechanist. All right. So now we start casting our non-creature spells. We can start making clue tokens. And then that means Yue should pave the way for things after that. Call me the Whispered Hopes. Okay. Counters from our opponents. That's cute. Yeah, you're right. We got to get the tokens rolling ASAP. Ooh, opponent. Cheeky. They turn on everything, but is that what they want to do right now? No? Okay, they swing. Trying to get some early damage here. So they take the first hit against us. Or actually, I should say we take the first hit against them. Okay, let's see here. Sneaky Toilet. Would Moonlit Meditation work in your deck? I forgot that card existed. I feel like I should have done some more moon stuff because, you know, for flavor purposes with Yue here. Maybe I should have done that. Okay, so let's see here. How do we do this? We will improvise, so we can get this in for cheap. Nice. Whenever we cast an artifact spell. So from here... Okay, improvise again with Yue. Okay. Trying to get our free value in. Let's just start spewing our hand. Okay. And then finally, we'll cast Enigma Jewel. We unfortunately cannot pay the cost here for Esper Sentinel, but that's okay. We want clue tokens. Start pumping up our constructs, so that's good. Nothing else for now. No, wait, no attacks. Pass. All right. Looks like we're setting ourselves up here for solid... Oh. They get to do stupid alchemy shenanigans, okay? That's fine. That's fine. We'll wait. So you can only value if you make tokens, but you would like to copy an artifact. That is true, though. It's not a bad card. It's solid, but... Yeah, I guess you could say when I was building Yue here, it was kind of hard for me to start trimming cards. We were getting to a point where I was running out of things to... Yeah, things to make work. Only so much space in one deck, you know. Okay, so... Volatile Faults. They got the World Tree. So that's got to go. Our opponent will get to dig out a land, but we can make a treasure token, which is helpful. It helps out the construct. That's why we wanted it. Okay. So from here... Nothing else we can really do. I mean, we can... Draw a card, discard a card. Okay, Midnight Clock. Ugh. I don't want to throw away the negate, but the midnight clock is essential. Use our treasure. Esper Sentinel does go off. That's okay. Make another clue token. Those will be helpful. Midnight Clock does help us create another construct, so that's good too. Big constructs. Okay, so from here, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they can swing here with both. Get some damage in. Here we go. Ooh, opponents. Blocking with the Esper Sentinel. Interesting choice, but okay. I thought they would have lost like something like Llanowar Loam Speaker, but okay. Very interesting. Bruno, I had a question recommendation for you when you present your deck list. Okay. Wait, what was the question? Sorry if I missed it. Okay, opponent is drawing cards. Mostly for Brawl, to save time to stream specifically. Okay. What, Go ahead, shoot your shot. While our opponent is tapped out, Insidious Roots, okay. So, looks like our opponent's going to start trying to make stuff work here. Okay. So they eat, and that means they take away one of their things to make an oil. Counter on their Armored Scrap Gorger. Okay. Opponent, nothing? Okay, so in this case, sacrifice a clue to draw a card. We need to start drawing cards. Okay, Mishra's Bauble. Okay. I guess it's something. And we will pass here. Okay. Diversion unit. Okay, that's cute. Not a huge hit, but it does work. So we will take advantage of that. And finally, Mishra's Bauble here. Alright. Make the clues. Nice. Sacrifice to get a peeky peek at what they've got going on. So you control it. Instead of running through each card individually, separate them into categories like ramp, removal, draw. But for YouTube, still go through them individually. Okay, I see what you're trying to do there. Yeah, I've been trying to streamline things a little bit easier for myself. It's been kind of hard because I have a bad habit of not organizing myself correctly, if that makes sense. Because I'm aware that I've had chats back and forth where I'm trying to do better at trying to streamline deck tech explanations. I know live it's a little clunky just because trying to set everything up, especially because Arena doesn't do a good job of, there's no real good way on Arena to filter your cards without having to type in everything individually. But yeah, we'll definitely see if we can try to start doing that. And also for the YouTube videos, I have been trying to look at a better way to organize things when I talk about them. Mostly coming down to just explaining things in a much more coherent way. All right. Definitely getting all their pump going here. Down to 19. So, Kami here is going to be scary, but it's not the worst. Okay. We will draw a card. Okay, Ristic Study will be great next turn. Once we get that in, that'll be lights out for our opponent. They'll not find a way to get around a Ristic Study, so I'm hoping that that'll work. Ooh, Portal of Phyrexia. Okay, so... Wow. Alright, Portal of Phyrexia is scary. Well, I guess we're going to do this now. Pay the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Well, I guess we can get in easily here for free of Risk Study. So, I'll cast that. Get a clue token off of that, thank you. Alright, so we were able to improvise a Ristic Study. So now, anytime our opponent tries to do anything, we can just start drawing cards again. Renee, I am back. Yeah, boy. Cheap pickle voice. Oh, it's the Pickle Rick thing? Yeah. Thanks again for joining us, my fire friend. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. So you told it's up to you, and you should always do what you're comfy with. I thought it would save you time in streams. No, you're not wrong. I have to just, again, it's trickier with Brawl decks because having to organize every single card individually into categories is probably what kills me. I wish Arena had a way to do it, where just organize everything into, categories. Ramp, as you mentioned, counter spells, protection, and pump. I tried to do that with live streams, but it's just so tricky. But don't worry, I will try to find a way to make it work. All right, hold on. Let's see. Oh, dang it, we're already past the point where I can't turn a clue into a creature. Okay, so 1. Okay, I don't want to lose. Okay, 2. We're going to sacrifice Yue. Small price to pay. But that's okay. We can cast Yue again pretty quickly, so that's not a horrible thing. Birds of Paradise. All right. Do you pay the 1, opponents? Opponents, pay the 1? Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, they do. Okay. Okay, so they made all their mana. Does this mean that Kenrith comes back? Opponents? Okay. Do you pay the 1 again, opponents? They do. Okay. Does help us out a little bit there. Not much, but a little bit. They start putting counters again on stuff. Okay, Kami doing its thing. Anything else, opponents? Okay, so here's how we do this. We got to start using our extra clues here to draw cards. Okay, Cosmo. Just draw cards. That's why we need them. And draw some more cards. Okay. We should be okay there for now. Okay. Okay, Cityscape Leveler. That's pretty good too. So for now, Yue comes back. Okay. Cosmo Elixir. Make a clue. Alright, make another construct. That's good. We need those constructs. That's one of our biggest things that's going to help us survive. Okay, so this time around we will not attack. It's tempting. Ooh, force negation. Okay, that'll be on top. But once we get the Cityscape Leveler in, we can blow up the Kami, and that'll be game over. That'll stop our opponent. Or, I guess we can also blow up the Portal of Phyrexia. I guess one or the other. Our opponent can reanimate stuff, but we don't care about what they pull out of our graveyard. The Dragon's deck. What are you... Okay, what to recommend for the Dragon's deck? So what do we recommend for you, Rennie? That's a good question. That's a tough one, too. What would you, Rennie, want? I guess I have to look at what the card does again. Okay, opponent. Paying the 1. Yes, maybe. Renee, my son drawing you. Oh my god, my son just drew. He did? That's cute. Wow, I don't think everyone's ever drawn me before, so I appreciate that your little one has done that. Say thank you to him. That's so nice of him. I appreciate that. But where would you post that? I mean, I guess if you could probably post that to the our Discord. You can just drop it there. I'd appreciate seeing that. I actually do want to see what the drawing looks like. Okay. Oh, that deal damage to lands divided how you want. Okay. So I guess maybe something that either doubles up your damage, Sneaky Toilet, or maybe something that allows you to, I don't know, maybe blink it back and forth if that's what you care about. So you can use it as a really, really expensive Wrath, or let's see. Okay, hold on. All right, we'll draw a card off of 1 clue. Okay. Sacrifice a clue, draw a card. Okay, so we got the Fortune's Negation. So, okay. This is a big turn for us. Because if we can just get stuff out of the way, we should be good to go here. So, Waterbending Scroll. Make another clue. Alright. And then from here, activate. Wait, hold on. How do we do this here? Okay. Let's see, hold on. Gotta make sure I do this right. You may cast a non-creature spell when you're in hand without paying its mana cost. Okay. It's a non-creature, so that means we can't bring in Cityscape Leveler. But bring Katara with Improvise. So she'll be here. We can divert disasters. Okay. Swing here to force our opponent to block. So that's what we're going to do now. they have to block here, and their blocks are not going to be the best. Okay, do they block there? All right. So, let's see. Okay, waterbending scroll to draw a card. And, we're going to lose a leveler. Dang, I was hoping I could actually... Okay. Is there anything we can do here? I'm going to try something here. Okay, cast a spell. Oh, actually, hold on. No, we can't. Never mind. I thought that was going to work. I was going to try to see if I could try some kind of goofiness where I can then get that Divert Disaster to make a lander token. But it didn't work out. Alright. Put a +1/+1 counter. My deck is mostly ramp, because dragons do seem to be top-heavy. Okay, so the way I built it, if you remember from the stream months ago, I built it with the intent of trying to make landfall tokens once we got enough lands out. Since you're ramping a ton, that might help you out a bit there. I'm not sure. I guess I have to look at my old list and see, like, what did I have that maybe might be helpful for you. Okay, opponent is definitely going big here with that. Okay, so they're going to go all in on pumping up their creatures. But we can't generate any other things here. Okay, so in that case then, I guess I'll... Do I sacrifice a clue here? Or I just take the hit? Okay, so they go back up to 35. Kenrith dies. Painful, but it's okay. Make another clue off of that. Okay. Don't need the island. We need bigger stuff. If I have something that can help us draw cards, or I can just get that Cityscape lever to go off here, that actually would help us out a ton. That's all we need, actually, is the leveler. So that's all I need right now to survive. If I can get the leveler, then I think we'd be set. Okay, Kenrith coming in again. Okay. Still here. Still trying to make this work. Kenrith basically coming in. Okay. That Kami of Whispered Hope I really underestimated now, and that thing is just now completely overrunning us. We're not giving up yet. Okay. Forcing our opponent to have to pay the extra is pretty nice. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alright. Make some tokens. Do they pay the 2? Okay. And then force a negation. Throw away the miscast. Okay. Making some more clue tokens. So yeah, I think the simplest thing for you, Sneaky Toilet, is cheap, lots of cheap ramp I'm sure you already have. But then something to back you up with your dragon. I know there's actually what is it? I think there's an Izzet dragon that allows you to do damage to any target based upon how much you spend for the dragon you cast. So I think that might be what you want. Okay, cannot sack or block. That's annoying, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see. Is there a way out of this? Our opponent definitely is stonewalling us a ton, but if we can only get to that Cityscape leveler, then I think the rest should be good for us. Just gotta blow that up. Okay, they station. So now they turn on the Candela. Do they swing with it? Maybe? Opponents? Oh, Renee, and also the eyes are blinking and the mouth is moving. That's cute. I like that. Let's see. Okay, so we'll turn on one of our creatures here. So now we block here. Nice. So that's gone. Okay. So they draw a card off of that, and then we'll activate. We draw a card ourselves. Salindy Visions, okay. Okay. So So this is our only hope here. Okay, make the blue token again. Dig. Oh, jeez, we found nothing. Okay. I guess that might be something there. Let's see. Is there anything we could steal? Nothing really. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Phyrexian Metamorph. Okay. See the Synod. Okay, so Phyrexian Metamorph. That actually might be good for us. So with this, what do we copy? Okay. Synthesizer. Okay. Yes, that means they're coming in the tap, which is annoying. But okay, actually we might need the island after all. We might actually need that. Okay, draw a card again. Thoughtcast. We no attacks. Wait. Okay, gain some life again. And scry. Okay. We're making progress here. Oh, you gotta go, Renee? Well, thanks again for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully you'll see you again soon. Always be sure to burn bright. Later. Okay. Sorry, guys. I feel like my concentration right now is all over the place because I'm trying to see if we can stop our opponent here, and they are definitely grinding us out. Like, we still haven't even got through, like, a chunk of our decks, and we are still both neck and neck. Theoretically, this can still go either way. But our opponent here is definitely trying to see if they can make it work. So, what's our solution here? If they swing with their Kami, we can slip out the back and force it off the field. Ideally, the only card we need right now that can help us with everything is if we can bounce away everything with Cyclonic Rift. That's pretty much game ending. We just need to get her to that. I don't know if we can, though. We're going to try. But opponent is going to keep using Kenrith here to get around our Aristic Study, which I'm not going to say is not a bad plan. It is working, unfortunately. Okay, the Eternal Wanderer. Opponent. Do we pay? Okay, so do they tick down? They don't, okay. Okay, so we lose a creature there. Small price to pay. Ramos, okay. Ristic Study, triggering again. They investigates. Wow, okay. And is that it? They gain 5 life. Kenrith here putting in work. It's been a while since I've actually seen anybody put in work with Kenrith here. Okay, so is this it? Did we lose? Because everything now has trample. I think we might have lost here. Okay. Well, we tried, everybody. Our opponent really, really pushed everything pretty hard here. Okay. Big swings. Okay, we activate Water Bend. Slip out the back on here. So Katara triggers her ability. Makes the token. They draw another card, Joy. Improvise by getting that off the field. So that phases out, so it's on the field, but it's gone. So we don't have to worry about blocking that, at least for now. Okay. Turn on a clue and make it into a construct with flying. Okay, then is there anything else we can take out? Anything at all? Or are we just dead? Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14... 21. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like no matter what we do, we are pretty much going to be dead. Okay, we'll block here and block here. So we take out the Esper Sentinel, but it doesn't really matter because because we just couldn't get to that Cityscape Leveler. That was the one card that I really wish we could have gotten off sooner. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, that was definitely a tough one. But as you can see, our deck definitely was able to hold our own against our opponent there, but it just was not enough. Their pile just was too heavy in value, and we were unable to actually cast the spells we really needed to go off. If we only got to that Cyclonic Rift, that would have changed everything, but it is what it is. It's okay, everybody. That was definitely a lengthy game, though. Good game by our opponent, though, even if we lost. I was still happy with that. Okay, so moving on here, looking at the clock, and I realized, wow, we're actually moving along faster than I thought here today. So, friendly reminder as we get ready for our next game here, if you do like any of the content that we do, and if you are a fan of this, whether you're watching live or on the replay, show some love and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're watching the content. If you want to support us month to month, we do have a Patreon page and also a members-only set of videos that you can see not only on there, but also on YouTube for members of the channel. Exclusive content that actually doesn't get posted out there for everyone else. So check that out if you want to help us out. Or if nothing else, for free, just join the Discord and be part of our group of fiery friends as we grow and grow our circle. Your support will help keep this channel going. All links, of course, will be located in the details of this live stream at the end. Either way, thanks again for watching today, everybody, and we still appreciate all of your continued support. Okay, now back to the game here. I'm going to keep this hand here because I've got Mox Amber, Volto Fault. Okay, we should have everything we need to ramp. At least I hope so. Okay, so play the Island, Enigma Jewel. This, we can use that to activate abilities when the time comes. Oh, and I forgot we can also play Mox Amber. Nice. So we're playing against Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. Okay. All right. Opponents. Okay, so we got Katara, so that's good too. All right, so from here, Katara, Shadow Spear. Can cast it thanks to Katara. So even if they blow up Katara now, and they do, joy. It's okay. We actually got what we needed here. So, 1, 2, okay. Volatile Faults. Michael Mayhems, hi, hello my fire friend. How you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. And thanks again for joining us today. Okay, I'm gonna pass here. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3 mana. 4 once we can get Yue down. Can't play the Archmage's Charm. Diversion unit can come in. Wormcoil Engine's got to stay out a little bit longer. Okay, so from here, we'll draw a card. We have to discard a card. Okay, so what do we discard here? Probably the diversion unit. So I hope that was the right decision. Okay, so we got Wash Away, which is nice, but we're still not quite where we want to be at. Okay. Well, this is still awkward, but that's okay. We're not giving up. We're going to see if we can try to get a win here. Sanguine Bond. Wait, Sanguine Bond. Sorry. We will make sure that they don't get that to stick. That's got to stay off the field. Fire Extended Obliterator is going to swing, taking us down for 5 damage here. Down to 20. Michael Mayhems, get away from me if you don't remember. I was on a long stream a long time ago on stream. Okay, so it's been a little while, but I still appreciate you being here, my fire friend. Again, apologize if I don't remember every single one of you on stream, because when I do the streams that I do, between that, the work I do, my brain sometimes gets a little scrambled. But I still appreciate you guys helping me jog my memory when it comes to any of this stuff. And I still appreciate you guys being here just the same. Okay, equip that for 2. And pass. Okay, so now we got a 4/4 Yue here, flying with Trample, Lifelink, Flying, and Vigilance, so that'll be good for stabilizing. I didn't mean to say that the voice messed up. It's okay. Okay, Kirik here, alright. Fire Extended Obliterator is still going to do its thing, because they have no fear. I mean, they shouldn't. Down to 15. So, let's see here. Retrofitter Foundry, that's not bad. Tap the Volatile Fault. Okay. Swing here. Down to 21. Okay, so how do we do this? I think Yue can use Wormcoil Engine. Villas, okay. That's a big demon. Oh yeah, no need to apologize. If anything, I should apologize. Opponent swinging and swinging. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. So, activate Yue. We will tap. And tap here. We need to pay more, 2 more. Okay, so 1 more. All right. So we can get down now our worm coil engine for... Wait, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I forget. I'm so dumb. I realize it's non-creature spells, so decline. So, I realize I don't do anything here. Wow, I completely messed up that turn. I do not know how to read magic cards, everybody. I keep forgetting that Wormcoil Engine is actually an artifact creature, and you have to do it non-creature spells. Our opponent probably looked at me like, what is he doing? Alright, in any case... Alright, well, I guess we'll just draw 2 cards. I think that probably might have costed me the game. So, we'll see here. Okay. They draw a bunch of cards. And I realize now that we've used up its ability, we can't get out. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to shame scoop. I messed that up completely there. Ugh. Definitely not one of my better spots there. That's okay. All right, so looking at the clock, let's see. I think we can squeeze maybe 2 more games here. We have not really done too well with Yue here, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. Sometimes you just have bad runs, even if you have the best deck in the world. Sometimes you just have those moments. And I guess today is just going to be one of those days. We've ran really hot the last couple of streams, but right now it looks like we've been kind of fizzling here and there. We did at least get 1 good game in, so I'm still happy with that 1 game where we actually did go off. Michael, also, is this a PC game? It is, but you can also play this on mobile. So you can play Magic the Gathering Arena on mobile, Android, iOS. I think it's also available now on Mac. And then, yeah, also on PC. I'm surprised they haven't tried to put this on, consoles. I don't know if it's just because it's maybe they think people are not going to play it on a PS5 or an Xbox. I'd love to see this on Switch too. If anything, I think Arena should be good on Switch too because it's mobile. Sneaky Toilet. Airbending Ureni? Wait, are there any airbending cards you can use with Ureni? I thought airbending was mostly white. I know there's a couple of blue cards, but not that many. That might be a possibility for you. Give that a shot. Speaking of which, that does remind me, I do need to finish. There's also an Azorius Tempo airbending deck that I actually do want to do on stream. So I think that'll probably be our next one next week. At least I hope I have time for that. Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot. No white with Ureni. No, it's all good, my man. Maybe. Oh, actually, maybe you should try like... Wait, would waterbending work? No, actually, no. Earthbending probably might be better for Ureni. So that way you can get landfall triggers to go off with it. Just a thought. Okay, we'll play diversion units and pass here. So at least if they start casting other spells, we can hopefully counterspell this. The Paradox Engine will be excellent once we can get that to go off. Okay, Evolving Wilds. So preparing for that Archon is going to be what I need to be ready for. Okay, so they turned that now into a treasure. Little does our opponent know, we are okay with that. We can actually make it work still. I have a PS5, so I hope when they put it on. Okay, nice. You got a PS5? I never had a... I think the last console I owned was... Well, I technically had an Xbox Series S, but I realized I never really played it that much anymore. Over the past year, I was just like, man, this thing's collecting dust. So actually, I sold my Xbox, and I decided I'll just put the money towards a better PC. So now, I have a stronger PC. We will play... Hold on, actually, 1 second. Play this instead. Cloud Key. Cheapen our artifacts. All right. Get the swing in here, down to 23. So, Yue can come in. Paradox Engine also will be great here. We should be good now. If our opponent plays Archon, so be it. Okay, what are you going to do, opponents? Okay, Arcanison's Grace coming in. Okay. Okay, Snapcaster Mage will be nice for later on. For now, though, let's play Yue. So we got our Moon Spirit here. Okay. And Celindy Visions, we will put down tapped. So now we have enough mana to start doing our thing. No attacks yet. Paradox Engine next turn. And then I think we should be okay there. If our opponent tries to bring in Danitha, we already have the Washaway ready to go. And also we can Snapcaster Mage it next time as well. Okay, what will you do, opponents? What you got? Okay, Danitha is coming in, so might as well do it now. No, 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 opponents. Denied.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. Also, is this an online game? Michael is asking. Yes, it is. So this one's primarily all online. I mean, I guess you could play it. I mean, okay, well, you can't really play it offline per se. I mean, you could play against there's a training part here where you can just kind of test your decks out against a bot if you really want to. But the fun, of course, of Magic is actually playing with people. So if you're a person that likes to play at least like one-on-one games, like strategy style, definitely this is your game. But if not, that's okay too. Okay, so opponent is doing milling. That Scavenger Grounds might actually be relevant. But for now, let's play Paradox Engine. So this is actually a really, really game-changing piece for us. We get this in. I think we should be good to go here for the rest of time here. Opponents. So let's see. No attacks now. That is tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Still 1 mana away from being able to do stuff with Yue. Okay. If we can survive 1 turn, I think we can get a victory here. All we just got to do is just let our opponent do their thing. As long as they don't take out Yue, next turn will be beautiful. Okay, come on, opponents. Show me what you got. What you got? Gonna cast your commander. You got 4 cards in hand. Okay, Ferrari's Wake. Okay. So that is scary. Not the worst, but it's not the best either. That means they can double up their mana? Okay. So we got to shut that down ASAP. Fortunately, though, we do have an option for that. Okay. Come on, opponents. Okay. Yes, this is what we came here for. Okay. So, once we... let's get our value in now. Paradox Engine. Cloud Key. Hey there. All right. This is what we came here for. So this should help us out a ton. Okay. Ugin. And from there, we will shut down the Mirari's Wake. Untap everything again. So this is now why Paradox Engine is absolutely busted with Yue. So now we can untap everything and then use her ability again. Oh, that's so nasty. That's nasty. Oh. All right. So with that,
I will put an end to this conflict.
Okay. Triple. There we go. All right. Consult the star charts.
Many arcane rituals.
All right. There we go. And then Rhystic Study. And Mishra's Bauble. Activates. And we just keep going off like this. This is so gnarly. This is so good, though. That's what you want the deck to do. Rhystic Study. We untap everything again. That's basically how the combo works. Okay. So at this point now, and that is a colorless spell, so that means Ugin exiles the Archon. Yee! It's working. Yes. All right, and that shuts down the Pegasus. So with that,
Flows as easily.
oh man, that was the turn. That was the turn. Opponent, I think at this point you might be cooked. Okay. Opponent's still thinking, but we pretty much got what we wanted off of that. Okay, down to 20. And I guess we'll just do this now. Sacrifice Mishra's Bauble. Okay, so it's just an Avacyn's Pilgrim. No big deal. Got an island. So, Ugin here at this point is just If we can start getting more colorless artifacts, that's it. That's game over for our opponent. We have got this. We've shut down their massive ramp. We've shut down their Argon. That would have been a problem for us. So, yeah, we got it. So, let's see. So, at this point, I think we Snapcaster Mage in the console to Star Charge to get more cards out. That's probably going to be our next turn here. And if our opponent does start playing cards, they have to pay the 1. Oh, this is so dirty. It's going to be so dirty. Okay, so with that... Okay. Opponents. Anything else? Do you pay the 1? Nope, we'll draw a card. Thank you, opponents. All right, all right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, opponent's still thinking. Opponents. Opponents. Yoo-hoo! Opponents. Oh, they're salty, aren't they? They're salty. They are so salty right now. Oh, come on, opponents. Come on. We'll draw another card. Thank you. Opponents, come on. Okay. Okay, so I think at this point now I think we're good to go. I think we've got the victory, so get the 3 in there. Island. Mind Stone. All right. You know what? We'll have the Citizen's Crowbar. Sorry, opponent. You cannot take away our stuff here. So activate as well. Pay the 5. We will draw 2 cards. Untap everything. Draw some cards there. Okay. That goes bye-bye. We will Black Staff of Waterdeep. We don't really need to Paradox Engine anymore, so we're good there. We will Witness Protection Danitha. So now she doesn't do anything. All right, nice. Swing here. Do you block opponents? Opponents? Maybe? Come on. Come on. Okay, opponents. I mean, I will definitely give our opponent at least a little credit. They are still in this fight, so they're not giving up just yet. So, props to you, opponents, if nothing else. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. We will Snapcaster Mage. Opponent, do you have an answer? Okay. Archmage's Charm, alright. We could flash that back that. Let's see, and then wait. Oh, we have a diversion unit too. Oh, that works out fine. We'll just counter that. Never mind. I did it even easier. Oh my goodness, this is so good right now. Now the deck is definitely firing off. This is what we wanted the deck to do. And there, our opponent has had enough. That is game for today, everybody. Yes, we have did it. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. All right. Victory. Yeah, much better. That was a great show of how the deck is meant to run. Okay. Woo. Okay. Oh, those games definitely took a lot out of me today. But, oh, wow. Are we already near the end of the stream already? Oh, that's a shame. But I realize I got to take care of other stuff, everybody. So, all right. Unfortunately, though, I am on a budget with my time, everybody. So that's going to be the final one for today. We didn't get that many wins, but I still liked what the deck did when we were able to go off. So let's go ahead, let's cover the deck overall, and let's talk about it in brief. So overall with it, here's how we felt. What do you think, everybody? How are we feeling about Yue Affinity? Do you like the deck? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? So if I were to be perfectly honest with you about how this all went, the budget version is not bad, but maybe we probably should tweak it a little bit more. I really wanted to deck to go off, but we were just kind of sputtering in various spots here, and it just wasn't quite clicking the way I wanted it to. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes you do have some bad runs with it. I don't think it's a bad deck, but I think the deck could use a little bit more love in the way it's in the way at least it was set up. That's not to say that you couldn't do the budget deck, but you maybe have to tweak it just a little bit more. So that's probably much what I'm going to say about that. So overall, I like it for what it is. And I'm actually more or less satisfied with it. Again, tweak it however you need to. But, I don't know. Sorry, I guess I'm kind of at a loss for words here. It's not bad. But I would definitely say the upgraded deck is a lot better. So let's talk about that for a second here. So the upgraded deck definitely showed and was able to flex. Although there were some moments that we did run into some awkward things here and there. So keep that in mind if you do like the how the deck worked. Would I recommend this deck? I would recommend it if you're a fan of artifacts and Affinity. Sorry, burp. I would recommend this if you are a fan of artifacts and Affinity. It's a great deck overall if you can invest in it. You saw that with the investments, you definitely can get a lot more value out of the deck, but it's also going to get very, very expensive. So keep those things in mind if you do like what the deck is trying to do. Having said all that, I would, again, one more time, I would just recommend this deck for those of you out there that are watching, only just if you want to do something that's a little bit more, I don't know. Sorry, I'm completely like, wait, my brain's just right now completely pooping out. But anyway, just simply put, just try this out if you are a fan of the style. So Affinity, Mono Blue, Artifact Shenanigans, it's all good. Now that we've kind of covered that a little bit there, I know that was a little bit of me rambling, but as far as now, before we finish the stream today, for those of you that stuck around this far, my true fire friends, thanks to you one more time. So we're going to give you a little sneak peek as to what's to come. So we have a midnight surprise deck that's coming up. So this is going to be our next budget deck that's coming up next week. So in a couple more days, we should have this ready to go for you. This will be ready. It's going to be a reanimation deck that's trying to see if we can just beat our opponent down with a nice little you lose the game trigger. We'll go into more detail about that a little bit later on. As far as decks beyond that, I haven't had a chance to finish them up yet, but we do have some more basically decks that I actually do want to fill out. So we already kind of have set in stone now the cards that I want to focus on building around. However, I want to save these until we actually get to a couple more key pieces we need. In other words, for example, the basically Dimir deck needs to have Lorwyn come out first, and then we'll kind of cover this one. Most of the other ones I'll start building once we have some time to do so, but those will all come in time. As far as what our next live stream is, I'm not sure yet. There's definitely a couple decks I've been kind of playing around with that I like, but they're not quite popping off well enough. So I'm going to have to kind of rearrange some things. I haven't done any Aang decks yet, and I know that I want to try to get a couple of Avatar Aang decks in before we get ready for Lorwyn in a couple weeks. So we're getting close to that point, but once we get near the end, I don't know, we'll see what we can come up with. Maybe some cards that I haven't had a chance to kind of cover from previous months, just because there's been so many cards that have come out. So hopefully, again, we'll get a chance to kind of circle back around to everything I've missed over the past year or so. But until then, that's going to be it for today's stream, everybody. And we thank all of you that showed up for today. I really appreciate all of you for that. So final shout outs again. And again, I do apologize if I missed any of you guys, but again, shout outs to again for all of you that I can see on the chat. So Den Splendid as always, Dag Blaggett / MTG Hillbilly. Thank you again for popping in as well. Zero Plays MTG. Thanks again for popping in. Sneaky Toilet as well. Renee Calente 1990. I know you're not there anymore, but still thank you for popping in. Michael's Mayhem. Also, thank you also for popping in just as well. I know there was a couple of you that I kind of may have missed from the earlier part of the chat, so I do apologize if I don't see you on there. My bad on that one. I got to try to make sure I do a better job of keeping track of everyone that's in the chat. But still, even if you didn't say anything in the chat, I still appreciate you just watching just the same. Until next time, if for those of you who want to catch me at any point, you can hit me up on the Discord. We do have the Discord link on there. I will do my best I can to try to keep up with the Discord there, and I'll try to update things when I can. I know I've been a little bit slow on that, but I'll try to make sure I make time for the Discord and putting up some more fun stuff there. More updates for that as time goes on. We'll still, of course, continue on with the remainder of our deck techs, fun videos. We have a short that's going to be going out tomorrow, just a fun one about one card that I wanted to highlight that I absolutely love from Lorwyn, and hopefully you again will get a chance to enjoy that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody, as it's coming up now. We're going to try to see if we can do this again maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week. We'll have some more fun when that time comes. Until then, one more time, let's send you off, of course, with the proper advice that I always like to give everybody wherever you're at. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We will see you again next week, everybody. Later.